continuar con el tema de el pretérito. This time we are going to cover the pretérito of stem changing verbs. You remember that the verbs in español have two parts, the stem and the ending. Some stem-changing verbs in the present tense are not stem-changing verbs in the pretérito tense. For example, el verbo costar. This is the reference that the O that is part of the stem should change to UE. However, this will apply to the present tense only. El vestido cuesta $50. When it is time to conjugate the verb costar for the pretérito form, I do not apply this stem change. El vestido costó $50. So the O that is part of the stem remain as the letter O. AR and ER stem changing verbs in the present tense have no stem change in the pretérito. Right here, I have my endings for the pretérito form for AR verbs and ER verbs. So I need to remember that even though some of these verbs are stem change in the present tense, they are not going to change en el pretérito. For example, por ejemplo, el verbo pensar. Yo pienso, a stem changing verb in the present tense. However, en el pretérito es yo pensé. No stem change. Ella piensa, and en el pretérito, ella pensó. No stem change. El verbo entender. Tú entiendes. The stem changes. The E is changing into IE. However, en el pretérito, it does not change. Tú entendiste. Ellos entienden. Stem change right here. Ellos entendieron. I do not change the stem since this is an ER verb. Now, the verbs that are going to change the stem are the group of IR verbs. Now, IR stem changing verbs in the present have a stem change in the pretérito only for the following subjects. For usted, el, ella, and ustedes, ellos, ellas. So basically the third person singular and the third person plural. Ejemplo, pedir. Yo pido. The letter E changes the stem from E to I. Yo pido. Here, en el pretérito, yo pedí is not changing the stem because the subject is yo. However, when it comes to the third person, ella pide, the E is changing into I, and I'm going to apply the same change in the case of ella pidió. The E changes to an I as well.